this is my audience for my persuasive speech. I have 6 people. I think, yeah. Okay, so imagine this. You arrive to a beach on the first day of your well-deserved vacation. The first thing that you notice is that the tides are higher than normal. This takes you by surprise. While you're laying in the sun, the hot sun beating down on you, you decide to jump into the water to cool off. But you're greeted by warm, almost hot waves crashing against your body. So finally, you take your expedition to one of the coral reefs to snorkel around, and what you see is white bleached corals instead of the vibrant pictures that you see on TV and in pictures. So these are some of the greatest impacts that humans have on the oceans. I witnessed some of these things myself when I went to the Bahamas. I noticed that the waters are commercialized for tourists and that nothing really focuses on the preservation of the marine life. It's all just simply based on tourism and what can attract the most money coming from us. So the human population is polluting these oceans, and it's not only impacting our marine life, but also our own life. So humans need to realize this impact, and we need to work on conserving it and not depleting it. According to an article titled A Global Map of Human Impact on Marine Ecosystems, it's indicated that no area is unaffected by humans. This picture of the global map shows across 20 ecosystems our impacts. So one way that we influence this marine environment is by overfishing. According to an article titled Climate Change in the Oceans, the impact of ocean acidification could have severe effects on marine organisms, mainly such as shellfish. So by fishing down this food chain, we make it harder for large predators to obtain the food. This is depleting vast schools of fish. This leads to an increased price in seafood because these fish are now harder to find. So the last thing that we really have an impact majorly on the oceans is the coral reefs. According to an article titled Warm Water Coral Reefs and Climate Change, human activities have increased the range, intensity, and frequency of disturbance of these reefs. So not only does it take these reefs long to recover, but it also takes the entire ecosystem a while. So this picture is of the coral reefs. On the left side, it shows the bleached reefs, which are more white in color, and on the right side, it shows what a healthy reef should look like. So some things that we can do can start by simply increasing efficiency and decreasing gas consumption. Something we can do to increase energy efficiency is just simply turning off the lights in our house or to use a clothesline instead of a dryer to dry our clothes. To decrease gas consumption, we can either walk, bike, or utilize public transportation more. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change estimates that the investment needed to avert dangerous climate change would hardly slow the global economic growth. This could create more jobs and a better economy overall. So the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea works to save oceans from overexploitation and pollution. This would work towards cleaning and maintaining the sea and creating better habitats for all marine life and organisms. We need to work towards more conservation of the marine life. The Coastal Management Organization really works on tourism, beach access, and preservation of the shores. This would result in the general public having a more educated view while on vacation. We can still enjoy the wonderful assets that the ocean gives us while not harming them even more. Next, we can end up eating sustainably caught seafood in order to not support certain fisheries. We can do this by asking questions in the restaurant to see where this fish came from, and we can also end up eating smaller fish on the food chain in moderation. So while living in Missouri, we cannot directly work towards solving this issue. We do have a major problem with pollution. What we can do to help this problem is to reduce the amount of waste seeping into the environment. So this is a picture that my marine biology teacher shared with me after class one day. And although we don't live near the ocean, It's been discovered that trash from Missouri has been tracked to leading towards these oceans, and it can happen through the simple rivers and streams. One organization that's wonderful in order to help with this problem in Missouri is the Missouri Stream Team. They work towards cleaning and maintaining the streams in Missouri. So one can create a team themselves and adopt a stream and maintain it, or they can work together with other teams in order to cover the most amount of water possible. So this is how we can donate money, send volunteers, and create a better ocean from Missouri. Now imagine sandy beaches, cool water, and a beautiful shoreline. These are the oceans we could all enjoy, and we see with more diligent conservation methods overall. Thank you.